I was attracted to the story. I think Tatyana is such a fun character to play. She's very multidimensional. She's sometimes a very grown woman, sometimes, especially with her father, she's a girl, just a girl. She's looking for love. She's trying to, to use the phrase from Oprah, live her best life ever, and she's pretty much willing to do anything to get that. And it's just a lot of fun to play a character that's so well written, and I think, multifaceted, multidimensional. And I was also really attracted to the way that Melendy was going about doing the show, filming those first 4 episodes independently. My sister and I started our production company a few years ago, and that was really attractive to me, just the newness and the energy of that.
So we are here with Miss Tatyana Ali, actually the star of the show Love That Girl.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. Today's been sort of like a whirlwind, but it's awesome. Well, my character, Tiana Jones, is a recent divorcee. She moves back to Los Angeles to start her life over. If you think like Marlo Thomas, That Girl, or the Mary Tyler Moore Show, it's kind of a take on one of those shows. Anyway, she thinks she's going to be independent and, forge this new path on her own, but in the pilot episode, her brother Latrell, played by Alfonso Macaulay, ends up sleeping on her couch or asking to spend one night, but he's there for the duration of the show. And she also ends up working for her father at his real estate firm. And my dad, Delroy Jones, is played by Phil Morris. And it's cool because it's got sort of the sexiness that you would have with, a single girl in LA dating and with her friends and figuring out who she is. But then it also has that real family aspect to it also. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Now, I know this character is definitely different for you. We're used to seeing you as Ashley Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes.
So how do you go about picking your projects and kind of separating yourself from that character? And what drew you to this project in particular?
I've been really lucky that, I think a lot of times, especially you see it with child actors, when you try to really pick roles to move away from a character, sometimes it doesn't end up, you don't end up with the best choices. People do porn to try to I'm seriously, like, you end up with not great choices. And so for me, I just decided as an actor to just get her out of my system as a performer and to choose my characters not based on moving away from her, but based on what I want to move towards. And so Tiana is just, Bentley Evans, the creator, just wrote this beautiful woman who's, very much a woman. She's also sometimes a girl. She is, she's sexy. She's goofy and corny. She's smart. Sometimes she makes the dumbest decisions ever. But underneath it all, she has so much courage. She's not afraid to go after what she wants, even if she falls on her face, which is usually what happens. And I haven't seen a young female character like that in a long time. And that's what drew me to it.
Okay. And you have been in the industry for such a long time. How do you keep your relevance? How do you stay relevant in this industry that's just changing so much?
I think, a lot of it, look, it's all blessings, right? So it's a lot of just saying thank you for allowing me to continue to do what I really love to do. But I think part of it is, I know for me, it's doing things that excite me. The worst thing is to be in a job, no matter what field of work you're in, and be bored. That is just the worst thing, because you're doing something that you think you should be doing or somebody told you should do or whatever. It's really just, I don't know, staying true to myself, staying true to what I want to give to an audience, whether it's laughter or tearfulness or whatever. And I don't know, hopefully that makes you relevant at some point.
Okay. Now, who do you admire, or what do you admire in the industry? Like, is there somebody that you actually look up to, or, that you really admire and you kind of say, hey, I would like to, maybe go in their footsteps? Or There
are actually a lot of people I admire, because it's, with mentors and that sort of thing, sometimes you have to, I talk to kids a lot and they're always asking like, oh, how do you find a mentor? How do you can find that one person, or you could also try to find inspiration in everything around you and what you see. So there are a lot of people I admire. I admire Monique. I admire her because she does whatever she wants to do. And she breaks molds. She's a comedian, she's a talk show host, she's an Oscar-winning film actress. She does what she wants. I admire Will very much. He definitely does what he wants. There's a freedom. I guess people who kind of defy the molds of what you're supposed to be as a performer are the people that I look up to and let me know, yeah, I can sing, I can act, I can host. I was hosting TV One Access. I could do a soap or a TV show. It's up to me. There really aren't any restrictions unless you put them on yourself.
Now, you mentioned Will Smith. Now, working with Will Smith, what do you think is something that you kind of learned from him as an actress in the industry? He's one of the top actors today in Hollywood. So what's something that maybe you took away from working with him on The Fresh Prince?
I think his level of commitment. He's the hardest working person, one of the hardest working people I've ever met. And he puts 150% into everything, 200% into everything that he does. And that is something that, that's something that's inspiring, because there are days when, on this show, we're shooting 3 episodes a week. And so there are days when you're tired. I mean, there were days I could not feel my face at the end of the night. You think about somebody like that and all of the work that he's doing, and you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. I can make it through. It's okay.
Okay. And then, as far as this industry goes and things like that, are you into the social media network? Do you actually use that to kind of, promote your projects as far as Twitter and Facebook and things like that? Do you find that a kind of a tool?
Yeah, I have a Facebook fan page, so I do Facebook, and then I have Twitter, which is official Tatyana. Tweet me, and it's a lot of fun. I do use it to let people know what I'm doing, but I also have found that it's really encouraging, because the things that people will actually say to you. When you have those moments during the day or during work where you just kind of feel like, oh man, that didn't work out, or you get like people just say the nicest things, and it actually picks you up and gives you a reason to keep going. So I love it. I love Twitter.
And one last thing, this is for all your millions of fans out there. What is something about Tatyana Ali that most people don't know about you? What is something that people don't know?
That I guess people want to know that I'm kind of shy. I know that sounds silly, but I'm wearing makeup and stuff now, and like my hair's done. It's different. But in sort of everyday life, and I had to work on this. Like even in work, like sometimes it's hard for me to go up and introduce myself to the person I want to meet, or I get kind of self-conscious and shy. And so, but that's something that I've had to work really hard. People probably wouldn't think that.
Wow. Well, there you have it. We just had our one-on-one with Miss Tatyana Ali, the star of Love That Girl, and it premieres January 10th on TV One.
On TV One, Monday at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking time to speak with Rolling Out.
Thank you.
So happy to be a part of this network. So happy that we're bringing the first sitcom, the first original sitcom. People say a lot of things about Black sitcoms and where they are. Some people talk about them being in the history, but I believe that this show will show that it's happening now. And so, thank you to TV One. Thank you to Ben Out of Shape. Thanks to our cast. Alfonso McCauley, Peter Ulrich, Risha Webb, Marco Deron, Kendall Joy, Phil Morris. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope we make you laugh.
What else can you say after that? Thank you for supporting.